Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Being the Odds. It is Sunday, June 9th, 2024. We are back with our best bets of the day. If you're new to the channel, my name is Zach, and welcome to Being the Odds. Hit that subscribe button, like this video, and notification bell so you never miss a pick. Post these best bet videos every single day, and we're going after our first 15,000 subscribers. So I'm really excited to have y'all here. Let's go win together today. Let's go make some money. So to recap yesterday's results, we made some serious money yesterday. We went 6-2 yesterday. Absolutely crushed it. Members only best bet. Phillies first five minus 0.5. That was a win. We also had the Guardians at minus 1.5. That was pretty much a no sweat. I think it was 8-0 at the end of the game. Members only over 5.5. Florida Edmonton. That was nuts. Now we did have the Panthers to win. Now we did have that. And we did get a win, obviously, there. But what was nuts is this Florida team. I said they were good defensively. I've said this a million times during the season, not just like in the NHL, not just in the playoffs, but I'm talking like the whole season we've been in the NHL. And holy fucking shit, they held that Edmonton team in no goals. That was fucking insane. That was a Bobrovsky clinic. That was a team defense clinic. The Edmonton got so many shots, and it was not a crazy good defensive game by Florida. Wow, unbelievable. We also the Orioles money line winner over 8.5. Colorado and St. Louis. That looked bad for a while. Turned out great. Ended up getting 11-12 runs. Padres first five minus 0.5. That was easy, never a doubt. And by the way, that if you guys, for any of y'all who watch the Padres and the D-backs, which probably isn't too many of you, but like the home run that Ha-Seong Kim hit, was one of the best, like on TV at least, looked like the best no doubt home run I've ever seen in my life. Like it was one of those home runs where you're just like, oh yeah, the moment you heard it, it was gone. And that thing was jacked. Now I know there've been home runs that have been hit longer, and watching Aaron Judge or whatever, but holy shit, that was a big home run. And then Red Sox first five minus 0.5. We were one good defensive play from our shortstop away from going 6-0 in the MLB. Is what it is though. Overall for the year, we're killing it. NBA 376, 303, 107, 69 on best bets, 317 and 233 in the NHL, 70 and 51 on best bets. MLB is 186 and 153, 58 and 47 on best bets. So we are fucking nailing these seasons so far. And we have a massive slate today. We got NBA Finals Game 2. We have a full MLB slate. We've got members only plays. We got everything today. I cannot wait to jump in these picks. Let's jump into them now. I'm going to start with our first NBA play. We have two NBA plays on YouTube I'm going to give you guys. First, we're going with two props. First off, we're going with Luka, over 31.5 points. Now, you might be like, well, Zach, that's so chalky, blah, blah, blah. Listen, this is all about Boston and their defense. So here's what I mean by this. If they guard him like they guarded him in the last game, Luka could go for 45 or 50 points. If you guys watch this game, you watch it back. Like one thing that the Mavericks absolutely killed, and I mean killed, the T-Wolves in the Western Conference Finals, is corner threes by the role players because they collapsed on Luka. They want to take Luka away. They're basically like, hey, anyone could beat us but Luka. And Luka got 1 million assists. And PJ Washington looked like a damn near superstar. And last game, if you saw, the role players didn't do shit because instead of closing out on Luka until he went to the lane, they literally guarded the corners. They were like, we're going to let Luka score what he's going to score, but we're going to stop the corner threes. And it obviously worked really well because they went on a run and won the game pretty easily. We had Celtics minus 6.5 in that game, pretty easy dub. But if Boston is going to be worried about those corner threes and those role players, which I think is actually kind of a smart move on their part, and they're limiting Luka's assist, if they play the same coverage day, you're going to ask Drew Holiday or Derek Brown or Derek White, or Jaylen Brown or any of these guys to guard Luka one-on-one the entire game, Luka will score 45 points in this game, without question. And Luka's going to dominate whoever they try to guard him. If they try to guard him one-on-one, I don't think they're going to try to double him. I think Missoula's going to run it back like they did last game and see what happens and make adjustments from there. I love Luka over 31.5 points today. One of my favorite plays I've had, and honestly, in the NBA playoffs in this entire NBA playoffs. Next, we go with Tatum, over 9.5 boards. This seems to be the thing he's best at right now. And honestly, Tatum is he's a very, very good player, but he's never going to ascend to that top 5 category. He just isn't. And for all the Boston stands in the comments, he's not that good. And he is the personified superstar in the sense of like super talented, settles for way too many threes, thinks he's Kobe Bryant when he's not, And honestly, though, one thing I will give him a lot of credit for, he's a really good rebounder. And he's probably the best rebounder that Boston has, given how they run their lineup. He should be able to get over this number. He's gotten over this number a ridiculous amount during the playoffs. He got way over this number last game. I'm rolling Tatum over 9.5 boards against the Mavs. Next, go with the over 10.5 in Philly and New York. Now, here's the deal. If you're watching this game after 10 a.m. Eastern time, if you're watching this video, after 10 a.m. Eastern time, I post this on Twitter at 9 a.m. I post this on YouTube on the post side of things at 9 a.m. as well, just to make sure everyone got it. But I like the over 10.5 Philly and the Mets. Quintana and Walker on the mound, and both these guys have 5+ ERAs. They are not good. The Phillies and Mets bullpen are like they're good. Like, Phillies bullpen is good. The Mets bullpen is league average, but they're all hittable, and that's the thing. And the Phillies will be able to hit the shit out of Quintana and will hit the shit out of this bullpen, because the bullpen's okay and Quintana's horrible, and the Phillies have one of the best offense in the entire league, while the Mets are a very capable offense, and you're going to go against a starter that's not playing well in a different country where the juices are going to be going. They want to win these games. They want to be able to get some international fame. I'm rolling the over 10.5 Philly and New York. Next, go with the Rangers. First 5, -0.5 versus the Giants. I'm going to take Eovaldi over the Giants starter all day long. Eovaldi's been one of the best starters in the entire league this year. He's absolutely unbelievable. And he was great last year, too. He is a fantastic pitcher that is extremely underrated. The Rangers bullpen is total trash, though, so we're going to completely eliminate them from the equation. We don't want them in there. They're so bad. They give up so many leads. It's ridiculous. And honestly, here's the deal. The Rangers lineup is not playing better than the Giants lineup right now. They are not. If you're playing off of last year, yeah, they're better. But this year, they are not that team right now. They're injured. They don't have a lot of guys healthy right now. And they got jumped the last couple of games. I mean, they've just gotten beaten down and killed. This feels like a game where the Rangers are going to start faster offensively. I'm rolling the Rangers here first 5, -0.5 versus the Giants. Next, go with no runs first inning in New York and Los Angeles in Sunday Night Baseball. I don't really know who's going to win this game. I don't even love the totals because, how good the lineups are, but I feel like the first inning we can get out of this unscathed because Glasnow and Gill are on the mound for these teams. And Gill's a 1.99 ERA. Glasnow's got a 3 ERA, but if you take out one bad game, the dude's got like a 1-something ERA. They're both fucking awesome. They're both Cy Young candidates. And both teams' lineups are good, especially the first 3. I mean, when you look at the Dodgers, Mookie Betts, Shohei, Freddie Freeman, they've got themselves a fucking team. But they're going against really, really good pitching. And the Yankees, they usually have a very good starting lineup, but the problem is that Juan Soto is not going to play. And with Juan Soto out, that is such a big deal for this team dynamic-wise, where I think at least, I know Glasnow will be able to get through it. Gill should be able to because he's been playing very good this year. Scares me a little bit given how good these lineups both are, but I really like this. I like getting out of this first inning unscathed just off of how good these pitchers are. The Dodgers, by the way, are typically a team that starts hitting third inning on if you've been watching their games this entire year. So I like no runs first inning, New York and Los Angeles. And then we're going to go with the over 8.5, Miami and Cleveland. Cleveland's been putting up runs like no one's business this year. They look completely different than last year. And now they get another fucking tomato cannon, Rodgers, for Miami. He's fucking terrible. He has a 5.8 ERA. Terrible. Both of these guys, and then also Cleveland's trying out their worst pitcher in Carrasco, who's been terrible this year, has like a 5.80 ERA or something like that, pretty close to Rodgers, almost exactly the same. So Miami should be able to score a couple runs here against Carrasco. And then on top of that, Cleveland, you're going against a bullpen that's not very good in Miami. They're below average in the league right now, but honestly, they're probably worse than even that. They've had a couple good games. And then on top of that, Cleveland should be able to score a lot in this game. I think Miami should be able to score a bunch. I'm rolling with the over 8.5 in Cleveland and Miami. Now, just so you all know, we do have 3 members-only plays today, 2 in the MLB, 1 in the NBA. You can get those all at zdmbets.com/picks. As a member, you get all our members-only plays every single day, which is profitable, best bets on a day-to-day basis. On top of that, you do have a direct line to me. So any game you're considering betting, reach out to our hotline number, get a guaranteed response back about any game you're considering betting, and you get all our free picks too on YouTube. Send to you before these videos come out. That would take advantage of early lines or the odds. The website zdmbets.com/picks, zdmbets.com/picks, zdmbets.com/picks. So guys, let's go lock in those picks. Let's go win together today. Let's go make some money. I'll see you all tomorrow.